Hey guys, it's Andrea with Sucs for You in Houston, Texas, and we're going to start with this zebra Haworthia Fasciata. It has some cool variegation on it, and those little brown leaves I'll remove before I repot, just to give it a healthy new start. There's 3 offsets on here that I'm going to demonstrate removal of. The big one we'll do first. Just loosen the soil around the roots to see where I'm working with, and that guy comes off real easily. Uh, this little one, it came off easily, but it also didn't bring any roots with it, but that's okay. They root on their own very, very easily. This final one has got a root coming off of its stem, so I'm just going to pop it off. There we go. And that's it. That's how easy it is to divide offsets from aloe, haworthia, and yeah, this variegation is beautiful. So my friend Laura got me this guy. I love it. These are amazing low light, not very low light, but part sun plants. They're good for indoor plants, and everybody needs one in their collection. This is an Echeveria Pulidonis. This is what we'll demonstrate on next. This is one of the Echeveria that actually shoots out their pups. They look like flower stems, and they're very simple to propagate. You just use the one that I've already done. They are very prolific. I think this one already has 4 or 5 on it. I'm going to remove a few of the longer ones. Just grab the stem, support it a little bit, use some clippers, and leave a little bit of the stem, and you're going to let that dry and pot it up just like a normal plant. And we'll just do the others. This one's super easy. And don't get these confused. A lot of times, most Echeveria send up stalks like this, and it's actually flower stalks, not babies. So you'll learn to tell the difference. And I got this from HEB the other day. It was sopping wet, so I took it out of the pot when I got home, and it's just been like hanging out, drying out. And then you're going to just trim the. We'll leave this guy on. Actually, it's a little too small. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and trim off the rest of the stems. Because we don't need that energy being directed into something that's not doing nothing. Let's send that energy back into the main plant, into the baby. And as usual, if you knock off any leaves while you're working with it, and you can even try the leaves around the stem, they're small, but yeah, that's it. You've got, buy 1 plant, get 6 free, and this one will just keep on keeping on. I had another one, and I've already given away so many babies from it, and then I finally gave away the main plant, but I still have one of its babies. Finally, we're going to demonstrate with the Echeveria Lola. I showed this off in one of my videos before, if I'm not mistaken. There's 3 babies on here. We're only going to remove one of them today. This is looking down at it. It's just fascinating. This picture is back in January. You can see the babies are pretty small. And this one is current. So now you can see this is what it looks like right now. And we're just going to take off that one big one and leave the others to get a little bit bigger. But that'll give Mama a break. So we have this other guy in here. I'm going to go ahead and unpot it. It's one of those little woolly senecios. Cocoon plant. They're really cool. I've tried to keep this one clean. It's pretty clean. We're working under my grow lights right now, and it's not nighttime outside, so I'm sorry if the lighting isn't perfect. Not doing these babies justice, but they're really beautiful. So put a little container to the side to save some of my very valuable pumice. I don't just want to dump it all out and have it mixed with the dirt underneath, so just scoop out what I can, keeping most of the dirt out of it, and working my way under the plant so I can loosen up the roots. Okay. And you really don't want to touch the leaves. So what I like to do, if I have to touch leaves, is find a way in and under the plant. And looks like from the back side. So I'm going to see how I'm using my fingers to reach under the plant, support it, so that if you do leave any fingerprints, they're not visible, right? And then just start loosening the dirt around the base and lifting up slowly, pull it out, that pot out of the way. So yeah, I thought there might be another one under there, but looks like it's just the 3. So let's clean it up a little bit so we can see what we're working with. There we go. And there's no roots coming off of the stem, and I want to clean it up anyways, take some length off of it, propagate those leaves. So I've just very carefully removed it from the stem itself. And then sometimes they'll even put another baby out where you remove the babies. So when you have a free standing cutting like this, it's really nice because you have an easier way to pull the leaves off. You just usually just come right off with a little twist, or you can actually just hold the leaf very lightly and twist the stem itself like that, just twisting it a little bit. Let's see. Just like that. Use that. Yeah, they like coming off like this. A couple more. Okay, and just like with the Prolifica, we'll wind up trimming the stem, letting it callus over, setting it aside to dry, and then just putting it in a pot. Very simple. Give it a snip. Leave about 1.5 to 2 inches at the bottom. That's it. Put it in a place where it won't get direct sunlight. You're just letting it callus over. If you want to make sure the rosettes still stay rosette-y, still give it direct light, but just not too much. I don't know how to say it other than give it light, make sure it's pointing the right way towards the light. Okay, there's a spider on here. I don't know if you can see it. I just noticed it and I hope I didn't hurt it. I'm gonna let her stay. She's been doing a really good job, obviously, keeping her webs clean and keeping this plant bug-free, along with the lizard you may have seen in my Instagram pictures. It's just never-ending critters up here, but it's pest control. Organic, right? So I'm going to repot this and show you just creating a little space. I'm trying, again, not to touch the leaves. I'm very lightly touching it just to make sure it stays upright, filling dirt in around the hole, pressing down. Okay, and then I'm going to add my top dressing back on top and pack that down in there. She's standing up pretty well on her own. So I'm going to go ahead and put the little woolly dude back in. They seem to get along. And really I do have some trouble with the little woolly senecio, and as long as you keep the lower leaves dry and don't overwater it, as with most succulents, it seems to be pretty happy. There you go, he's packed back in. Hello, friend, welcome back. I'm just gonna put this pretty rock back in there. It'll also help getting when the pulling the roots down until they establish again. And to make sure your rosettes are staying in a tight, compact rosette shape, a mandala effect, you'll want to be turning your pot so that when they lean towards the sun, you turn them in the opposite direction so they have to lean back in that direction. This one actually needs to be pointed towards the sun with the rock facing the sun, and then it will tilt its little head back. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, drop your questions and ideas in the comments below.